Alright guys, we are back with the floating hands. This is going to be box 3 and 4 of the case. So, this video is probably going to air probably about 2 weeks from now when I shoot it. What has happened with this set in the past 24 hours is crazy. When I priced this out, it was like 18 bucks at the time. It's now back up to 23. When I pulled this, a little bit of dust. This was about $65, $70 at the time. It's now been about 2 days, and this is now over 90. And the cold foil is climbing in a big plot twist. So we'll see if that continues the vector, or if it goes back down a little bit and retraces some. But we'll see. Something tells me I don't think it will for quite a while until after the season is over. But I think the next few weeks is going to be probably just some price increases as we see supply stabilize and no more really come to market, because distro is still out. I don't know if they'll be out in a week or two when this airs, and they might have more by then, who knows. But based on what I'm seeing, LSS has shut down the outflow on this product very heavily. I'm actually talking to someone about hopefully buying some more boxes that they had. They did not sell through their pre-order allocation that they wanted. And they're... Oh, look at that. This is one of the ones that's on the downturn, unfortunately. I think it's like 32 or 33, something like that. It's actually really good Guardian equipment, but Guardian's not very strong right now, so I imagine that'll continue tracing downwards, which is a bit of a bummer, but whatever. But still a good hit. It's about 40 bucks, pays for most of the box. And, you know, I imagine we'll see if that deal pans out or not with the person I'm talking to about buying out some of their allocation. They did sell a good chunk of it, but so there's not a ton left over. But we'll see. We'll see what pans out with that and how things go. Something that was very surprising for me is the release decks, too, with this, right? So I did not think the decks were doing great. I had mine listed on TCG Player that I'd gotten from the Rudy sale, because, I mean, obviously, I don't need the decks. Like, I have plenty of cards. So I had listed mine on TCG Player to move them and reduce the case cost, and I was racing like 7 sellers, I think, at least. Like a penny a day every time. I'd go back and look, and there'd be 3 or 4 more people that were cheaper than me. And I finally just like gave up, and I was like, screw it. Like, I'm not gonna keep chasing this. Like, if they really want to move it, they can move it. I'll just set it and forget it. And worst case, you know, it's a listing on my TCG Player account that counts towards my my inventory totals. So, you know, I was like, whatever. Worst case scenario. And then it sold the other day, surprisingly. And I had to pack it out and get it shipped. And there's no one really racing those anymore. So if I can buy those cheap enough, I might very well sell some more decks too. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so this set is continuing to beat all expectations across the board. Look at that. This is like, I think this is $18 right now. I sold 3 of them today. Between these 2 cards, my box is paid for. Like, that's crazy. I'm just free rolling the rest of this now. Building up the profits for the next box that I'm gonna rip in half. Oh, let's go! Look, this is the full art Marvel Heroes. Look at that. These things are so sick. I was so hoping to pull one of these on camera. I'm so glad I did. So this is the young hero. This is KO. These are about 70 right now, I think, if I remember correctly, 60, something like that. But again, this basically pays for a box. So I have 2 boxes paid for from 3 cards in this case. Like, that's kind of crazy. God, this is so sick. These are so sick, guys. I'm just gonna put that right here just to kind of let the world enjoy that while that's here. And the funny thing with these too, right? So the Belgian prints are super streaky. So you'll find that when you open more and more of these, like there's just clusters and clumps of particular cards. So I happen to hit super, super heavy, even over 40 cases on specifically KOs and Kasai's, which is really, really nice. Those actually also got bought out. I think the low is now $700 for one. I don't think that's going to hold, but we'll see. Who knows? It might not. I don't think it will. 700 seems a little steep to me, but I mean, then again, if you think about it, like out of 40 plus cases that I've opened almost now, I only pulled like I think 9 or 10 adults total, which is really crazy. Which means even if you hit like an absolute legend and you don't duplicate a single Marvel hero, which I did, even over 40 cases, you would need a minimum of like 20 plus cases to just perfectly bonk out and master. Oh, there's like another $25 or $30. All right, guys, this case is just disgusting. I have a whole box I haven't even opened yet, and we're like well into the $300-400 range on this whole case already. Like, that's just so bananas. And that's one of the things too. Like, I think this product is just going to keep going up. Like, the single sell-through has not slowed down. I have sold hundreds and hundreds of Majestics, and in general, across the board, the price is just going up on these cards. Like, it's not going down. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I thought these were going to start retracing harder by now. That's why I spent so much time and effort, like, burning through these boxes. Nice Kasai, $1 token. Trying to burn through these boxes as fast as possible, because like it's always a race, right? Like when you do these big mass openings like this, it's a race to not necessarily like the bottom, but it's a race to capitalize. So as you go through this process to get these, you want to just kind of, you know, churn and burn it as quickly as you can, just because like you don't want to be caught with your hand in the cookie jar, you don't want to get burned. So, you know, I was hauling ass, moving boxes, moving singles, opening more boxes, moving more singles. And, you know, lo and behold, I started off with over 135 cases. I have 20 left. I just counted them today. I have literally 20 cases left, and I can't buy more anywhere. Like, and it's not for my lack of trying. I already have an order into distro to restock for, I think, either 10 or 50 cases. I don't remember what. I think I have 10 right now for initial. And I can't get them yet. I'm just on perma back order, which is crazy, because I have the in with the distro. Like, I get a special rate. Like, I order so much now, and it still isn't enough, which is kind of wild. Like, I really was expecting there to be more supply than there was, which is why I spent so much time, you know, moving and working and dumping. And I won't call it dumping, but, you know, I was moving for good rates. Like, I was selling privately cases for like 300 a piece. I was pre-selling them to people for like 280 to 300 for a couple of local guys that, you know, they've been buying from me for a long time. So I gave them some decent discounts, not like crazy discounts, but like I gave them some decent discounts. And then the guys that reached out to me about the super prorated stuff, you know, I had them cases shipped for like below 270 a case. And, you know, I didn't make much money on that. I think I made a couple dollars per case by the time you factor in like shipping and expenses and everything else. Like, you know, I didn't make a ton of money moving those to the patrons that like watched and listened and jumped on that sale. And I'm not going to be offering that again, probably, just because, you know, the allocation was paid for, the next allocation is now paid for, and I don't want to have this turn into like, you know, a race support thing. So those couple of people that got those special rates, they'll continue to get those special rates. When I buy from distro, they'll be given the offer to buy basically at a similar reduced rate. Nice rare cold foil that I have. So if distro drops me $1, I'll drop them $1 with the arrangements that we have, etc. And, you know, it's pretty bananas how well the set's doing. Like, I'm not selling a ton of sealed, but frankly, it doesn't really matter when I can open up a box and get, you know, hundreds of dollars in cards. Like, why would you even bother selling sealed at that point? Like, it's just a little extra time, and, you know, lo and behold, you're up like $150. And that's like even after like fees and stuff, right? Like, if I sell this KO right now for 70 and this Cast Bones, like if I just sell just the legendaries and stuff, like what we have in here, right? This is like 90 plus, 40, that's 130, that's $200 right there in 3 cards. And even after fees and stuff, I get them shipped out. You know, I make, you know, about, TCG player take about 15%, so about 170 net. And then, you know, I'm assuming that this needs tracking and that needs tracking, so I'll be out about $8 for that. So now I'm at like, you know, 162 to ship all 3 of those cards out, and that's assuming, like, you know, worst case scenario, one person buys each of these, which based on the sales and stuff I've been seeing, that's not going to be the case. There are a lot of people that are buying play sets of these Majestics with it, which increases your profit margins because you don't have to pay as much to ship it out. This is another card that I'm keeping an eye on too. It went up and then down, and now it's climbing back up. I sold through a lot of those actually in the process of listing this stuff in chunks. So what I was doing is I would go in and like I would sell through a ton of inventory, right? I get a couple $1,000s in sales. Like, I'm not even kidding you, like a couple $1,000s in sales on TCG Player in like a day or two. It was crazy. And I would just list every Majestic, like 6 of them. And because I was ripping so much product, I didn't really care. And, you know, I'd go back through, see what I was short on, I would relist it or rebump it up. And this card sold out multiple times. I think I have like 7 or 8 left. On average, I pulled like 25 to 30 of each Majestic, sometimes more, depending. Another foil Majestic, which is nice. I'm going to have to go back there and double check the foils, make sure I didn't miss a Majestic or something. But we got 2 packs left here in the close on this one. There was no runners in here. We got Cast Bones foils. There's no Blade Flurry. But, I mean, this box is still bananas. Like, it's so good. Like, and opening this stuff is just so clean, too. Yeah, so no big Majestic hits on that one, but that's okay, though. So, just as a nice case recap here, we have a foil Cast Bones. That's about $25-ish. The KO, that's, call that 100, 190, 230. Most of these foil Majestics are worth a few bucks, so this is like 7 or 8. This is going up in price. This is moving up. Show No Mercy's a few bucks. So we have like 20 bucks on Majestics here. Cold foils I'm going to keep. So what? We're at like 200, 230, 250. So we're at 250 right now, right? 255, 260. It's a couple dollars. These are $1 a piece. So 270-ish. We're now at 290. Combined, you know, call it 295. Now we're at, these are 22 a piece. We're at 317, call it 315. Again, here's another $17 cards, you know, 340, $1 or two. That doesn't go there. Haha. This is like $5 or $6 now. So what, we're over at 325. Again, you know, $1, couple dollars. This is like 8 now. This is also like 8. You know, there's $340 in cards here. Even after fees, shipping, handling, I'm still making $300+, and I hit pretty good, but like this is by and far definitely not the best box. If this had been like an adult KO, instead of $300, it would have been like $480 almost, because the adult KO is worth almost 5 times as much. I just sold one today actually for $280. So that pays for the whole case and then some, even at cost. So everything else would just be pure profit. So don't sleep on this set, guys. This is going to go down probably in Flesh and Blood history as one of the best sets they ever make. I plan on getting a decent sealed position of this to sit on. I'm going to try to sit on roughly 100 to 150 boxes that I'll keep sealed long term. I am in no rush right now to acquire my sealed position for holding. I'm mostly doing singles movements on these. So that's kind of what the breakdown is for these, and that's where this stuff is going to be kind of going. And I also have my Flesh and Blood mat opening this set, so this is unique to this set. I think this is the Reckless Rampage, or is it Show No Mercy? Yeah, Show No Mercy is the mat for the art. So, you know, it's just gonna be such a good set, guys. But yeah, so enjoy the Talking Hands format. This is gonna be something we'll start airing on Wednesdays. I'm trying to front load a bunch of these, so this is getting recorded ahead of time. And then we'll alternate probably Flesh and Blood with Magic and Flesh and Blood. We'll go back and forth, and we'll just keep adding these to the library and stuff. And also, guys, if you guys are still listening to the end, if you guys want box breaks in the channel, let me know. If I have the product or can get it, please reach out to me. I'll talk about doing box breaks for you, and I can get it recorded and uploaded, and I'll send you all the hits and stuff from it. So I don't plan on doing a ton of that because I'm super busy, but I will slot that stuff in for you guys when I have time, and it'll get put into the video queue and get uploaded for you so you guys can have it forever if you want it. But on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short, and not short, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and we'll call it a day, and thank you for tuning in, and have a good time. Bye, guys.